Hi John, Barnaby here from Heavy Hitter Sales Video. Just doing a free website analysis of clplegal.com.au. Now, there's nothing wrong with this website. It's really simple. It's got some really good hero images here, and I really like this quote section. It's a nice website, but it's not really a direct response website. What this means, a direct response website is one that talks to the person on the site or the customer. A brochure style website, such as this one, basically just talks about the company and what it can do. It's like comparing the benefits to the customer or the client and just stating business features. Now, a website that gets clients interested just from looking at the website is one that spells out benefits to them. It's one that responds to them and addresses them directly. So the headlines on this homepage are quite basic. They sort of just state the legal services, which we can find out from here. Also the personal action learn about our firm, which we can learn just from here. There's sort of links, they're explaining links that don't need to be on the homepage. You could put some far more impactful stuff on the homepage that would get people interested in CLP Legal and get them to get in contact with you or find out what you can do for them. So another thing is the text. Big blocks of text like this and like this are really discouraging for people to read. If they're in a bit of a rush or they're just trying to find the best lawyer they can find at the easiest way possible, big blocks of text are really discouraging. They're going to move on and try and find somewhere where the information is much easier to get a hold of. So this kind of text made to respond to the customer in a dot point format would be far more effective in keeping people on your page. See, the thing is, when people are looking through websites, let's say browsing for a lawyer, you have about 10 seconds to keep them interested. Otherwise, they're just going to move on to the next website until they find one that interests them. While you do have a really cool hero image and a good quote here, the rest of the site doesn't really provide that interest to keep those clients on the page and get them to get in contact with you. Speaking of getting in contact with you, the only way to do it is either to look down here to find the phone numbers or go to this contact us form, which is just a standard form. Basically, the person has to fill it in, send you a message, and then you'll get back to them, basically like a phone call. It's not really a good way to get people to easily give you their contact information for you to contact them and convert them into a client. A really good way to get this information, to get people involved, is through opt-in boxes and call to action buttons. So a call to action button is a large attractive button on a web page that draws people in. It gets people interested, they click on it, they find out a bit more about your business, and then they can click through to get in contact with you and become a client or make a booking or something like that. It keeps people moving along, it keeps them interested, always gearing them towards becoming one of your clients. And an opt-in box is a very simple way to get someone's contact information, which you can use either for marketing purposes, to send out useful information about your business, and just to build up rapport and a relationship with people who aren't ready to commit to becoming one of your clients yet. You have that opportunity to build up that relationship and let them know that you are the best choice for them so that they can make that decision. So, an example of a really good website that incorporates these elements is moduslaw.com. So you can see it's quite a modern website, very minimal, lots of large font and attention-grabbing headlines. Now these are really, really great. As soon as someone lands, it's not cluttered. They don't have to read a lot. And there's a really good tagline that really is a direct response to the customer. Often people have this concept that law is going to be really confusing and finding a lawyer is going to be difficult. But then they just address that a direct customer problem is answered for them right there. Then when they want to go down, there's the basic business model, what they do, and you can click on a call to action button to get in contact with them. Then if any of the other sort of the sub specifications of this basic plan is done in really simple small blocks of text with nice images, well spaced. It's easy to look at, people can find what they want and learn more about it. Then another large section totally dedicated to one sentence. It just really stands out and people have more choices to click on to get involved with modus law. And then if you go further down, they have the corporate principles, some nice images, which just again sees that interest. It looks modern, it looks very professional. Again, a call to action button, and then down the bottom another call to action button. They're always prompting people to find out more about the business, get in contact with them, learn more, etc. So in comparison, this site has nothing like that. If someone wants to find out more, they have to click on one of these basic underlined links or go through the navigation bar or contact you. It's not really engaging, doesn't draw them into the website. The website isn't working to get people interested. Now, this Modus Law website also has a testimonials section. So basically, these brands which are represented here are brands that have chosen Modus Law to work for them. So these are all clients of Modus Law, and as you can see, it's an extensive list of well-designed brand logos. So when people come to this website and look under the client section, which is really obvious and simply put into the navigation bar, they can see that a huge array of successful companies have used Modus Law, and it's just going to convince people that that's definitely the law firm for them. So testimonials are a fantastic way of extending word of mouth marketing onto a website. It's the only way to do it. People trust what people say and do, and they trust their friends and family more than any other form of marketing. And a testimonial is a great way to get that onto a website, especially in something like lawyer services. It's something that people really want to know about. They want to know they've got the best lawyer for the job, and so they're going to trust what other people say about that lawyer. Some testimonials on this page would go such a long way in really getting that interest and getting people to contact you. Now, I also mentioned an opt-in box. Now, these are very powerful web tools. So an opt-in box is a very basic form that someone can fill in. It's a lot easier than this, where people have to put in the details and a message, but they're not really getting anything for it. You might give them a call back, you might respond with an email, but it's a bit of a grey zone. An opt-in box is a simple, small contact form box, but where the prospect or the person looking on the page will get something in return. Now, this works for two reasons. They will give you your contact information, which you can then send out useful information to them, get in contact with them, help them out, develop that relationship so that they can make that decision to become one of your clients. The other thing is that if they're looking around for some basic information on what lawyer to choose or what kind of a service they really need, if you have something offering them some of that information straight away, it's immediately going to create a positive link with CLP Legal. You guys were there from the start to help them out. So an example of this is on our website, Heavy Hitter Sales Video. Now, obviously, we do not provide law services, but the premise for the opt-in box can transfer across almost any industry. So, very basic form, name, website, phone number, email, and then they click on this button, which is a call to action button, and they get a free website analysis similar to the one that I'm doing for you today. So they get something in exchange for giving us the contact information. So from the start, they wanted to find out how they can improve their website to make more sales. And immediately, we've given them a free website analysis. So an example of that could be a newsletter that you guys send out, keeping people updated with what's going on in your industry and your business. Or it could be put in your contact details and we will send you the top 5 things you have to know about choosing a lawyer. Something useful, something that the prospect wants, and that if they get that from the right people, they will become a client. So that's basically the premise of a quality opt-in box. Now, the design and navigation of this page is okay. I said that, these images are really cool. I think the font could be changed a bit, but it is a simple website. There's lots of white space. It's not cluttered. It's really clean. The navigation bar is fine. It could be maybe modernized a little bit, the whole page, but generally the navigation's okay, except for these links which just take us to sections up here. There's nothing really compelling or attractive about the site to draw people in to find out more about your business and to get in contact with you. So that's just a really basic web page analysis for clplegal.com.au. You're free to do with this what you will, and every success in your future business. Thank you.